Good morning, guys. Judy on the Hobonichi Techo eye candy group asked, she was interested in who was journaling in their Hobonichi and who was planning. And I kind of do both at the same time. I mean, right now, I'm doing a lot in here. I'm kind of doing the reverse of what Romany did in July, where she had one book July and made it work and kept it very simple. And at the moment, what I'm trying to do is use everything at the same time. So all of the good things and all of the pitfalls are happening all at once. And I can see what actually works the biggest percentage of the time. And I did just do a video on this. I did add something else, so I'm going to show that. But the first thing I want to do is, talk about the planning in general in the Hobonichi. It looks enormous, but I have some pens in here to mark some of the pages. I don't have a cover on it now. I've actually put little Instagram pictures, mostly Instagram pictures on the front. And I really like that a lot. I mean, I just like the way it looks. Despite how big it is, and it's months past closing in the cover, it's still holding together really well. But I wanted to show some of the pages that specifically talk about things, how I've planned. And one of the things that I've done when I needed more structure is I printed out some of DIY fishes, different inserts, usually some kind of chart, and do it to maintain a details of a project. I mean, also I did some Zendangles here, but you know, if it's a limited project, I mean, this was actually a year planner, but I was only managing one specific project with it, and I just taped it in pretty much. Let's see what we have next here. I did use it when I went on vacation, but not only to document the vacation, which I did a lot of on these pages, but on the weekly page for the days I was away, I wrote the whole schedule of all the events, every event I wanted to go to, the places the events were being held, travel information, hotel information, phone number information, all kinds of stuff. And I did it on the weekly pages on the days that I was going to be away. It was really helpful. I didn't have to write anything. I didn't have to make a to-do list. I didn't have to put it on these pages. I was able to just do some, you know, memory kind of stuff on the pages I was away. And so that worked out really well. When I plan in here, I tend to be like a list planner. I write everything I can think of. I try to section it off in some way. I usually box it or highlight it, but mostly I'll put some kind of border around it. And it loosely divides things into categories. Since I write as I think of it, I try to do everything I have to do, say with postage or with cleaning or with my dogs, in one section. And if I have a timed appointment, I will put it in the section that is timed. If I don't have a timed appointment, I'll just use this as more, the time section as more room. Let me see, is that the next one? I guess it is. Here is another one of the DIY fish inserts that I just put in because there was something I needed at that particular time for structure. And I think I have one more. And this was another example of when I went away. This time I wrote the events on the pages, and I didn't like it as much. It definitely worked out better if I put all the vacation details on the weekly pages, because I tend not to use them that much, whereas with these I can fill them pretty easily. There's a lot of information. There were some coupons that are good forever I could go back and use. I also put teas I tried on these pages. And the other thing I do is I use a lot of tabs. I had originally put Post-it bent over to demarcate the month. And it's really, it was really helpful. I was able to find my months easier, but this was the beginning of the bulk fest, and I wouldn't want to do a whole year like that. It would just be crazy wide. Like in my other planners, if I have a recipe, I will put in a top tab because I do write like I said in my last video, cooking methods. And I also, there's another recipe. I don't know, I can't find it. I'm trying here. I also will paste entire recipes in here, but they sort of get lost in all the pages, so I do mark them on the top. I didn't do an October flip because I really was trying to figure out what I wanted to use for next year, and so I was using my hobonichi for just a variety of strange and wonderful random things. And that's pretty much the way October is. There's not a lot of planning, particularly as I get past the first week, but when I buy something that I like, I will print out a picture of it so I can find it again, because or even not that I like it, but just that I tried it and I'm giving it a go, because every line has so many products and so many products are similar that I will print out a picture of the product and stick it in there so I will know what worked for me. And also what price I paid. I always put new teas in here, so I don't buy stuff I don't like or buy it again. I do put my finished greyhound portraits in here, and also I got some cards from people who I did the pictures for, and that was so sweet. So I've been keeping them. So as you can see, this is more stuff and less planning. This was a recipe, but I actually did it in pictures. This was some new colored pencil tests. I really like these pencils if anybody is into like artist grade pencils. These are not watercolor pencils. They are this brand and this line, Pablo line. And I think I have an extensive collection of dog colored pencils now, which is a big help to me. And here is my Out for Delivery cartoon. I was very excited that day. So there's not that much here. There's another dog picture here. Another one here. I really liked this. Julep, I belong to Julep where I get nail polish. And they always send a card, and a lot of times you'll get quotes and I just don't get them, or they're random, or I don't know, they're so vanilla and applicable to everybody that they're not even that interesting. But I always like the the quotes that Julep gives. And this was an Edgar Allan Poe quote. And I even wrote, I sure hope Edgar is right about strangeness. So there's a lot of the bizarre random stuff. This was the day we brought Joey home. As you can see, she is still quite the little cinnamon bun when she sleeps. And then I spent about a week talking about what I needed to work on with Joey, how she was doing, things I might want to remember the next time I get another dog. It was a tough 2 weeks. I mean, it was a tough 2 weeks. And so definitely the first week was really updates on how Joey was doing, how she did at the vet, how Ventura was doing, things that I needed to work on with her, and what I had tried and what I think I should try. And a couple of days of total frustration because I was coming in at about 2 weeks when things were not going great. I was very frustrated. And then things got better. When things got better, I started doing some penmanship practice on blank pages. Lots and lots of penmanship practice. And my goal was to get even, consistent lines and spacing and height and width, and I didn't really do that well. I actually seemed to get more inconsistent the more I practiced. I think this was like my last Joey update, and then I did some lists and some planning and some more records of my pictures. This was a postcard. I love that. I always put information about products I get in here so I can find it again. The warranty. Somebody, a little girl sent me a picture she had drawn of her dog Nico. She sent me a thank you. It was the sweetest thing ever, and I thought it was fabulous. She's 8. And this was a to-do list, and there was the annual Greyhound Friends of New Jersey craft show, and I kept the flyer and some memorabilia, some business cards of vendors I might like to try or did try. I bought her a collar and a couple of things. And this is how thick it is. I mean, it's easier to tell now that there's no pens in it. It's quite large. And this is the cousin, so this is actually good until May. So, I mean, I've got a good many months left. I just can't even imagine what it's going to look like. No, not May, March, right? I can't imagine what it's going to look like in March. I mean, that's like a whole other 5 months, which is around how long I've used it. So, I mean, that is just a scary, scary thing. So I hope that helps. Now for this, I decided if I was going to use it as a wallet, maybe I should give it a shot as a planner. I did have a running grocery list in the front during my last video, and I don't make new lists. I just cross the stuff out I got and add new stuff that isn't crossed out and just turn the page when the page is full. And I do have the pictures of the dogs in here, but I just ordered Instagram pictures, and I think that that's going to work better for me. This paper is available at Jet Pens. It's the Reinhardt Da Vinci. This is just cut down. Reinhardt Da Vinci pocket-sized paper. It's completely Filofax compatible, and it's perfect for binders with small rings. They have some pocket inserts and some personal inserts because it is so thin that you can fit. Okay, I had to answer the phone. That was my baby boy at college. So what I was saying was that paper is a good option if you have small rings. So since I'm trying everything and anything that I have, I decided to try to do some planning in here. These are the Da Vinci to-do lists, and I try, it's the same thing as a grocery list. I mean, it's just a running to-do list, and I cross things off as I do them, and when a whole box is done, I color in the little check mark. And today I'm trying the paper upside down so the check mark is on the left side, because that's kind of where I tend to check stuff off. I have some days on small DIY fish principles, and I actually showed this in my last video, so I'm not gonna go into that. And I also have, I'm trying to use up what I have too, because I just end up like buying something and going, nah, I don't think so. And then I don't want to throw it out because there's nothing wrong with it, or I like it, but it didn't work, or, you know, whatever. So I have some monthly, the Da Vinci inserts are undated, so you could use them anytime. I thought maybe I would try keeping track of the dogs that I do on the Da Vinci pages, and I even made little borders on. And this actually, surprisingly, is not bad. This is something I was keeping track of in the, I don't even know if you could see it, the giant classic Franklin Covey, but actually that's not bad. I have a feeling my Franklin Covey will end up being more of a file cabinet for me, which actually works fine than a planner. So this is the first couple of days I tried on the undated Da Vinci sheets. I just used black. I didn't use tape. I drew in some borders. That was fun for me. And now I'm on this week, and I did the same thing. So I'm going to give this a shot for a while. Going from the space in there to the space in here is jarring. But, you know, like I said, I just made a commitment to kind of say, I'm going to use everything and once and for all figure out what works for me. So I've got like a million planners going. I've got planners everywhere. I got planners here, I got planners there, I got planners underneath there, and I got planners there. And as you can see, my house is a mess because I'm just doing nothing but playing with planners to see what works. So I hope that that was helpful. And, you know, maybe gave somebody some ideas. And I, you know, appreciate the request. I mean, if somebody has a request, let me know, because, you know, I don't know what everybody wants to see. You know, if they want to see October, if they already saw September, or, you know, it's just not that interesting, the, you know, flips and everything. So thank you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I guess that's it for now. Bye, everybody.